we got the original Kendrick Lamar lawsuit song. What's going on, Hilltop Mafia? It's Willie Knox Hill. We're back with our breakdown series. So today, man, listen, obviously, one of the biggest headlines that we've been covering in stories is the whole lawsuit regarding Not Like Us. But you know what? There's been some recommendations and some people saying, why don't I dive back into the classic catalog to a track that had the original lawsuit. I'm talking about none other than Rigamortis, and there's a lot of warnings. There's a lot of shots and Kendrick showing off on this track, so it's worth diving into because Kendrick Nostradamus was predicting things even back then. But before we go any further, listen, if you like the content I put out, a lot of these videos I cannot monetize. That's just the way it is with the labels. I'm 100% independent. If you want to support me and support what I do, come join the Patreon fam. We got more content, more reactions on there. It's a great family, great community, and a great way to support the channel. I'll put all links down there. But anyways, know what we're here for. Kendrick, sub to the plate. Let's see what you got. TDE.
All right, here we go, third take. Real quick,
third take. You know the saying, third time's a charm.
Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness. Now just imagine the magic I like to ask is don't ask for your favorite rapper.
He dead.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Church.
He dead.
I killed him.
Amen.
Bitch. And this is Rigamortis, and it's gorgeous when you die. I recorded and I'm Morpheus, the matrix in my mind. I'm out the orbit, you an orphan and a hairdresser combined. I'm on the toilet when I rhyme. If you the shit, then I decline. I climax where you begin, and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you morph into
get the toilet paper. This man's a shit.
an angel in the sky, and don't be forging on my signatures. My listeners reply and tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite, and I'm a beer for a while. Just buckle up before the ride, or knuckle up if you can fight. We always making them duck or die. A suit and tie is suitable, and usual is suicide. CSI just might investigate this fucking parasite.
He dead. Amen.
That's what they telling me. Aim it at your celebrity. This is studio felony. Pharaoh Gambi to many and cool enough for the 70s. Nigga, payback's a bitch. And bitch, you been living in debt with me. Dead I'm all in especially. Leave a call on his mother voicemail to say that he rest in peace. Big ol' chopper the recipe. Wrestling, that's irrelevant. Rather rest at your residence. Whistling to the melody. Couldn't think of a better D. Better be on your P and Q. It's just me, J Rock, Soul and Q. Solar system and barbecue. Nothing else you can do.
He dead.
Yep.
Amen.
I killed.
He been dead. He been dead. Rigamortis. Obviously, when a body goes into a state of rigamortis, starts to turn rigid, it's well past truly dead. Call the coroner on this with this beat right now and what he did to this. But you know what's funny to me is you think about parallels and you think about connections. And obviously, the first connection that comes to mind is you see the brass section, right? You see the trumpets. And it's really funny because this section is what led to an original Kendrick Lamar lawsuit. I think it was the first time that he was sued over his music. You had Eric Reed and Willie Jones and their song The Thorn, which is what you hear this brass line from, right? The issue was that when it dropped on Section 80, that sample was not cleared and they were not given credit for it. So they took TDE to court, $1 million lawsuit. Now, I remember back in the day seeing articles that they had settled or they were close to a settlement. I don't know what that settlement was. Obviously, I don't think it was the full 1 mil. But yeah, you talk about lawsuits and parallels. And for me, there's more parallels as well. Kendrick's style of delivery, right? If you look at him, this is still that Gemini ego that I get from me. Just sort of that monk that's very stoic, right? Even though, like, it's a crazy delivery. It's crazy aggression, but it's still kind of like dropped down. It's almost like he's still holding back. Like he's not going very aggressive with his diction. And yet the flows and the patterns, the rhyme schemes are ridiculous. And it's just so continuous. It's just bar after bar after bar of layered multisyllable. But he still has that Gemini stoicism to me that you see today, Not Like Us, that you've seen throughout the battle with Drake, that you see him continue to carry. And you could just see, like, any MC in his right mind would not watch this and go, I want to battle this man. Because you could see the energy and time that he's on here. And we did this with the Monster Freestyle. We did this with Control. Kendrick has been sending these warnings. He's been sending these smoke signals out that he is ready for war. And he wants this. And he's ready for this competition. Obviously love that shot. You know, sit in the middle, have cars going one way, cars the other way. Just that duality of direction as well, tying with the Gemini spirit.
All right, here we go, third take. Real quick, Ali.
Shout out mixed by Ali.
Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard.
Got me breathing with dragons. He's spitting that fire right now. Call him Dylon. Best 5 rappers alive. Dylon, 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 and Dylon. Anyways, that's making the band reference. Before that, though, eggs in the basket. Don't put too many eggs in one basket. So he plays off of like being Khaleesi in Game of Thrones and dragons hatching versus the saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. In this case, Kendrick is coming for the eggs. He's coming for everything. Price of eggs is still going up.
Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness. Now just imagine the magic I like to ask is
Marilyn Manson with madness. Now just imagine the magic. The agony. See how he's coming through? Imagine, dragon, madness, Manson. All that, he starts at the beginning of the bar and then towards the end of the bar, and he's really condensing that rhyme pattern. But then he gets even more intricate with the rhyme patterns as it progresses.
the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson with madness. Now just imagine the magic I like to ask is don't ask for your favorite rapper.
He dead.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Church.
Hey, man, take him to church.
He dead.
I killed him.
Amen.
Bitch. And this is Rigamortis, and it's gorgeous when you die. I recorded, and I'm Morpheus, the matrix in my mind. I'm out the orbit, you an orphan and a hairdresser combined. I'm on the toilet.
You an orphan and a hairdresser combine, a Morpheus, right? He's taking you, what in the Matrix is happening? For me, it doesn't matter how you look in appearances, right? He's breaking down your reality while doing it, giving us that orbit from outer space.
Amen.
Bitch. And this is
Man's an alien.
Rigamortis, and it's gorgeous when you die. I
Even a simple line like that, this is Rigamortis, and it's gorgeous when you die. I don't know why, I love the cold-hearted poetry to that line.
recorded, and I'm Morpheus, the matrix in my mind. I'm out the orbit, you an orphan and a hairdresser combined. I'm on the toilet when I rhyme. If you the shit, then I decline. I climax where you begin, and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you morph into an angel in the sky. And don't be forging all my signatures.
Right here is where he starts to get more intricate with the rhyme pattern, right?
I'm on the toilet when I rhyme. If you the shit, then I
Toilet when I rhyme. Hang on. Rhyme is the N word, but then he starts patterning in between.
decline. I climax where you begin, and then
Climb, climax, begin,
I end on cloud 9. And that's
end on cloud 9. See how he gets back to the rhyme 9 in that sounding scheme? But before that, he starts a pattern. He goes like A, B, A, B. Just love the way he sets this up.
when I rhyme. If you the shit, then I decline. I climax where you begin, and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you're more.
And even there, I climax where you begin. Well, if you're climaxing, normally it takes you a while to get to that climax. But he's saying he's already hit his peak. He's beyond it. And most of these rappers and most of the game is just getting started. Then obviously the toilet to being the shit and shitting on these opponent bars.
The shit, then I decline. I climax where you begin, and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you morph into an angel in the sky. And don't be forged.
Important when you morph to an angel in the sky. Cloud 9. See how he still comes back to the externals and he punches those internals again? Again, the rhyme writing on this is chef's kiss. We could sit here and just break down these rhyme patterns all day. It'd be like a Christmas tree right now. Like everything would just be lit up just the way that he's patterning these schemes. But if he's climaxing when you're beginning, and then that's important when he ends on cloud 9 because all of a sudden he's killing you, Rigamortis, turning you to an angel and sending you to the sky. Well, guess where he is? He's waiting for you. He's going to kill you again. You're going to get reincarnated.
Again, and then I end on cloud 9. And that's important when you morph into an angel in the sky. And don't be forging all my signatures. My listeners reply and tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite, and I'm a beer for a while. Just buckle up.
Forging, right? Saying that someone has a signature style, but you're biting off of him. He's got a really dope forging to signature. Signing someone else's name, forging it, the signature, and then his signature style, and then other rappers bite his style, and they have a hell of an appetite because they keep biting off of him.
Reply and tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite, and I'm a beer for a while. Just buckle up before the ride, or knuckle up if you can fight. We always making them duck or die. A suit and tie is suitable and usual.
He's just got these little moments where he kind of like speeds through the pattern. We making them up, the suit and tie. Buckle up, da-da-da-da.
And tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite.
You got a hell of an appetite. And then he comes back to just kind of slowing it down and kind of marinating through it.
And I'm a beer for a while. Just buckle.
But for me, and I'm going to be here for a while, it's sort of that, it's that drop down Kendrick delivery. It's not that aggressive Snatching your chain, Kendrick delivery, right? This is still like him. It's almost like, and he's got a little bit of a rasp to his voice. I noticed this. I wonder if Kendrick waits till he's sick sometimes, just so that he can go in the booth and record some of these, because he's just got sort of that raspier flow. And for me, what marks is because he just continues with these multi-syllable rhyme schemes that I was highlighting and just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and speeds through a little bit and speeds through and keeps going. That very staccato fast delivery with a drop down style makes it feel so much more effortless. Right? Instead of being aggressive with the faster flows and the nonstop, no breaths in between. Like this just laid back sounds even more dangerous. And I think we tune in even more to it just because like it's such a juxtaposition. Like it feels like it needs to be more aggressive, but it's not. That's just the musical choice that he took in the pocket and style of delivery he chose to attack this one with.
Let's reply and tell me that you biting style. You got a hell of an appetite and I'ma be here for a while. Just buckle up before the ride or knuckle up if you can fight. We always making them duck or die. A suit and tie is suitable and usual.
Knuckle up before the fight. We always making them duck or die. Again, I'm telling you, this man is Kendrick Nostradamus. Who ducked him? J. Cole. Who died? Well, we know he caught a body in Drizzy.
Or knuckle up if you can fight. We always making them duck.
Man was warning back then.
Die. A suit and tie is suitable and usual. Suicide. CSI.
Suit and tie is suitable and usual. Suicide. Do or die. See again how he goes 3 internals back to the external again with the rhyme patterns. I just love how he keeps tagging in and out, ping-ponging the schemes. But suit and tie, suicide, for me that could be saying like you rock a suit and tie, you go to work. That's basically suicide right there in terms of how you're living, trapped in that box, right? Or also like wearing a suit and getting tied, like hanging from the noose, tying into suicide.
We always making them duck or die. A suit and tie is suitable and usual. Suicide. CSI just might investigate this fucking parasite.
He did. Amen.
That's what they telling me. Aim it at your celebrity. This is studio felony.
CSI, shout out to Crime Scene Investigations, right? Might investigate this parasite, which ties back in with those who were biting his style. And what's he going to do? He's going to send him and go, he did. Turn him to Rigamortis.
Amen.
That's what they telling me. Aim it at your celebrity. This is studio felony. Pharaoh got me too many and cool enough for the 70s. Nigga, payback's a bitchin'. Bitch, you been living in debt with me. Dead, I'm all in.
You know, I just thought about the Ferragamis. Remember when I pointed out the shoes in Luther? Was he wearing Ferragamis then? He's always liked sort of that classic style, man. He's fresh. Bringing back the nostalgia.
And cool enough for the 70s. Nigga, payback's a bitchin'. Bitch, you been living in debt with me. Dead, I'm all in.
Payback's a bitch and you've been living in debt with me. You know when you live in someone's head rent-free? Well, in this case, he's charging you for that rent.
And especially leave up.
I just love to flip off the popular idiom, payback is a bitch, and then flip it into you're in debt with me. Come on. He's representing payback.
Mother voice mother say that he rest in peace. Big ol' chopper the recipe. Wrestling, that's irrelevant. Rather rest at your residence. Whistling to the melody. Couldn't think of a better D. Better.
Whistling to the melody. Couldn't think of a better me. You see what he's doing right there? It's kind of like a wave. He comes up a little bit. Whistling to the melody. Couldn't da-da-da-da-da-da. Slide up and then kind of come back down. But he still stays in that coarser drop down delivery. But right there is a perfect example of just him using his cadence and intonation just to highlight that little flow that he's doing like a wave.
Be on your P and Q. It's just me, J-Rock, Soul, and Q. Solar system and barbecue. Nothing else you can do.
He did.
Yep.
Solar system and barbecue, right? The sun sending the rays down because he's in outer space. Who uses solar power for the barbecue?
P and Q. It's just me, J-Rock, Soul, and Q. Solar system.
Shout out to him. Shout out to J-Rock. Shout out to Schoolboy Q. Shout out to Soul, baby. All of them. You know what it is, Black Hippie. When we getting that return?
Melody. Couldn't think of a better D. Better be on your P and Q. It's just me, J-Rock, Soul, and Q. Solar system and barbecue. Nothing else you can do.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I killed them.
He did. Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your fan. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm.
Please help. We'll kill your favorite rapper for money. Please help. What is signed?
Marilyn Manson. Don't
I'm telling you, the writing's been on the wall for a minute.
ask who your favorite rapper.
This was what, 13 years ago? Come on.
Breathing with dragons, I crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper. I rapped them and made them cast I captured the likes.
Karen don't want it.
To NASA, my pedigree to fly past you. I passed the week to the pastor. We all are sinners. Once you send us the Bible study faster. Yo, hypocrite is reaction of blasphemy. I assassin my casualty, and it's casually done. And tell him my salary coming. Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under my feet, and I come in peace to compete. I don't run. If you athlete, my statistics go up in weeks, and I go visit the nearest creek, and I get busy. Yo, mini MC, really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the streets, better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How the all you see. Put my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching, getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. And y'all fucks never gonna hassle me. And y'all luck just ran out, you'll see.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
He just had a sequence of like 8 bars there. And the rhyme pattern was like 10, 11, 12 syllable scheme when he went internal and external. And what I love that he did there, you know how I talked about him using his style of diction and delivery, how it was coarser? You notice right there how he started to progress through that rhyme pattern. He started to speed it up a little bit. So he changed tempo. Not only did he do that, he started to finally get more aggressive. Da-da-da-da-da. And he started to get more trouble with it, get a little bit higher to really like highlight that change. And a little bit more was coming out. And I just love, again, just sort of his mind state of control when he gets on the track. And he's just got such a good feeling, right? Just keeping a track very interesting, just solely through his style of delivery and how he chooses to use his tempos in his pockets.
Amen.
Amen. Got me.
It really just like makes that hit even more because he hasn't done that the entire song until the very end. And then all of a sudden he's doing that on top of that crazy rhyme scheme and faster flow. And you're like, holy shit.
Breathing with dragons, I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen. Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper. I rapped them and made them Casper. I captured the likes of NASA. My pedigree to fly past you. I passed the week to the pastor. We all are sinners. Once you send us the Bible study.
Rapped him and made him Casper, right? Shout out to Ghost. I turned him Ghost. Casper the friendly ghost. And then obviously he's blasting off into NASA, getting you high. And then he passes that weed to the pastor. Right? Don't think that we're all pure from sin. That's what he's saying. Even the pastor's taking a hit.
I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask who your favorite rapper. I rapped them and made them Casper. I captured the likes of NASA. My pedigree to fly past you. I passed the week to the pastor. We all are sinners. Once you send us the Bible study faster. Yo, hypocrite.
Sinners, once you send us the Bible study faster. Come on, send him up to the pearly gates. But also even before that, like wrapping him in a body bag, but versus he's rapping on this track.
I passed the week to the pastor. We all are sinners. Once you send us the Bible study faster. Yo, hypocrite is reaction of blasphemy. I assassin my casualty, and it's casually done. And tell him my salary coming. Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about
I assassin my casualty. It's wartime.
my casualty, and it's casually done. And tell him my salary coming. Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under my feet, and I come in peace to compete. I don't run. If you athlete, my statistics go up in weeks, and I go visit the nearest creek, and I get busy. Yo, mini MC really ballistic.
Right here is when he starts to just set up that ridiculous mirror rhyme scheme. But before that, I like the line. Just simple little abstract lines that he just drops in there, like the solar system of barbecue and the sun being under his feet because he's so high. He's up on cloud 9, right? Come on.
Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under my feet, and I come in peace to compete.
But also like the sun's under his feet because he killed him. Like he's sunning you all.
Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under.
And then even the hundreds, the way he says hundreds sounds like hunters because he's on the hunt right now, which sets up the casualty and all those bars in the hole he did.
Done.
Take him to church. Amen. Passing weed to the pastor. Come on, it all ties in.
Tell him my salary coming. Lump so 100s. Don't talk to me about no money. The sun is under my feet, and I come in peace to compete. I don't run. If you athlete, my statistics go up in weeks, and I go visit the nearest creek, and I get busy. Yo, mini MC really ballistic.
Visit nearest creek. Busy on NEMC.
Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence.
Assistance. Anybody can see, right?
Recognize I be really too vicious.
Persistence. Recognize I be. Like again, that's a ridiculous scheme.
Any MC really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance.
Ballistic. Anybody can see. 9-syllable scheme that he just keeps patterning.
Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the streets. Better part.
Vicious. Bringing up the streets. Demolition. Da, 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 da. And he's going even faster. Like each bar he gets a little bit faster with it. That's what's ridiculous to me.
Weeks and I go visit the nearest creek.
And I go visit the nearest creek. He's still kind of slowing it down there a little bit.
I get busy. Yo, mini MC really
I get busy. On many MC. Right there he starts to get faster.
ballistic. Anybody can see any
Even faster there. Ballistic. Anybody can see. That's faster.
This everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast.
Recognize I be ready too vicious. He just picks different points, right? And what I love is that it's not like the entire bar is fast. There's just like 3 or 4 syllables fast. Then back to more staccato, slowed down. Then like 3 or 4 more syllables fast. Then like 1 or 2 slowed down. And just that sort of like stop, start, control, mid-bar. Love it.
Think anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Bringing up the streets. Better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. Out of all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching. Getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. And y'all fucks never gonna hassle me.
He had a bar there. Better dot your T. Shout out to K Dot. But also, you know the saying, like, cross your T's and dot your I's. Well, in this case, he flipped it. He's dotting your T. He's putting like a red dot on your T. Bang, bang, because you're dead. He's going to put you on a T-shirt. K Dot is going to dot you, put that dot on your head versus playing off of cross your eyes. Sorry, cross your T's and dot your eyes. But since he flipped it, since he's dotting T's, that means he's leaving you cross-eyed. He's crossing eyes on this. Don't cross-eye. Don't cross him.
Dot your T. Hannibal mention. Out of all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching. Getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. And y'all fucks.
He's charged up. He's ready to go. Drake, charged up. I'd have to go back and look when that dropped. And I'd have to go look for connections there. But obviously, he's charged up like a battery versus he's going to get assault and battery and get charged for it.
Mad at me, recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. And y'all fucks never gonna hassle me. And y'all luck just ran out, you'll see.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen.
Give him the rights.
Got me breathing with dragons. I'll crack the egg in your basket, you bastard. I'm Marilyn Manson. Don't ask for your favorite rapper.
He did.
Yep.
Amen.
I know.
He did.
For sure.
Amen.
Amen.
And at that point, his soul left his body. I'll tell you what, man, that was just lyrical gymnastics over smooth brass. And yeah, we know he caught a lawsuit for that, but I think it was worth it. Maybe not monetarily wise. You know what? No, it probably was monetarily wise because he made a lot more than he lost from this. I would say any MC in his right mind, like I said, who heard this and goes, yeah, I'm going to battle that man, is out of their damn minds. Kendrick Lamar, you were Knox Hill certified. Hope you guys liked today's video. Listen, for some reason you're here at the end. Obviously, enjoy the content. Do me a huge favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on, really does go a long way. Also, don't forget to copy your merch, knoxhilldmv.com. We got hats, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got everything you need. If you want to rep the brand, if you want to support, I'll put all links down there. All right, everyone, stay safe, stay positive. Take care of these, take care of these. I'll catch you again.
Sit down, sit down. I'm like, wow, how we do it?